Hey, what is going on, you guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. I'm hoping this is going to be the first episode of a brand new series that I want to do on my channel, where it's comparing all the different commercials and ways of advertising, all the different Clash Royale commercials and how it's different between different countries. So today we're going to go ahead and take a look at the differences between some of the most popular commercials that many of you have probably already seen for Clash Royale, and see how those compare to the commercials that are released in, say, China, Indonesia, and a bunch of other countries. Because when I was actually digging through them, a lot of the commercials are a lot different, and not only are they different, sometimes they're completely brand new commercials that we have never seen with their own animations and stuff like that. So that is what I'm going to be trying to run through with you guys today in the first episode, and based off of your guys' feedback, if you guys do like it, I'll start making more of these. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, make sure you drop a like and then leave a comment down below saying that you want more or something like that. So anyways, the very first commercial we are going to go hop into right now is I'll go ahead and play the original commercial for you guys, and you guys can go ahead and then compare that to the new one. So I'll just go ahead and let that play real quick. So as you can see there in the first commercial, which many of you guys have probably already seen, and when I say original commercial, I mean like the one that was released in Canada, the US, and most places around the world. This was basically just an animated Hog Rider attack, and then the Royal Ghost awakens from his castle and then goes on to attack the Hog Rider. And so right after the Royal Ghost does decide to finally get up and leave, he's going to go phase through a bunch of walls, and then you'll see him pop up in the middle of the Royal Arena. And once he does pop out of the ground, he scares the living bejesus out of the Hog and his Hog Rider. And then you'll just go ahead and see it cut to the pretty generic Clash Royale end screen, where it just says, "Introducing Royal Ghost, whoop-de-doo, Clash Royale." And then that's pretty much the end of the commercial. Ow! And that is pretty much all of that commercial right there. And then if we go ahead and compare that to the commercial from, I don't really know what the actual country is, because I can't really recognize the certain characters. If any of you guys do know, let us know down below in the comments. I'll be sure to pin it or favorite it. But anyways, I'll just go ahead and let that play for you guys. And then the first thing you are going to notice is the wizard in a brand new scene that you've never really seen before. He's just going to be flipping through a book, and then what happens after that is going to be, it's not sort of the animation we're usually used to, but it'll get into that. And then after you see a short little, like a historic animation of the Royal Ghost or something, he sort of just like sleeps through the entire book and just wanders by everyone without them noticing. And then later on you'll see him pop up. And so finally the Royal Ghost does awaken, and he sort of like turns his back into some sort of doorway and then enters the real world, where he then pops up into the actual Clash Royale game, where you can see him basically like you would see any other troop battling it out inside of the arena. So as you guys can see, this commercial does vary a lot from our Royal Ghost one. They didn't even actually have the original commercial, the one that we all are used to, this one on screen right now. They didn't even have that in this other country. I can't remember which one it was from. Again, I'm very sorry for that. Next time, I'll try and write it down before I download it. But basically, as you can see, it's basically the wizard looking through a bit of a scroll book or some book, and then he sees a sleeping Royal Ghost who seems to just sleep, wander past everything, and then he awakens and then comes to life, basically. And then you see him acting out just in regular gameplay throughout the village, and that's pretty much all that happens with that. It's pretty unique because we've never actually seen it. We've never seen the Royal Ghost in like a fully animated form. We've only seen him in the cartoon version, so that is really pretty cool. So anyways, that is going to be it for the first part. As you can see, it's a brand new commercial that most of you probably haven't seen. If I'm mistaken, please do let me know. but for me personally, I definitely have not seen it ever before in my life, so I thought it was pretty neat to see that. And anyways, let's go ahead and move on to the second one. So this one does have a similar animation, but I'll go ahead and let you guys see that for yourself. So this is the original commercial right here. And as you can see, it's a pretty generic commercial with the Hog Rider, his journey to the Clash Royale arenas, and then there's a bunch of music in the background. And what I actually want you guys to pay attention to is listen to the music, because the animation is going to be the same in both of these commercials, but the part that is going to change is the music, so really pay attention to that. And I'll play them back to back later on for you guys to check out for yourself, but here it is again, the second half of this. So far we've just been seeing the Hog Rider sort of make his journey across the Clash universe, or whatever you want to call it, being chased by giant skeletons and stuff like that. And then you're going to see him jump off of a cliff very shortly. And by some miracle, he doesn't end up falling to his death. He ends up bouncing off of balloon to balloon and still singing the song. As you can see, it's some sort of, I believe it's safe to say, Chinese song, since it was celebrating the Lunar New Year and Chinese New Year, I believe. But yeah, so really pay attention to the song. It'll become really evident once you hear the other. And then in the end, he is going to finally meet up with all of his Hog Rider friends. So that there is the end of the first original commercial, and now I'll go ahead and play the new commercial, and then pay attention to the music. It is far different, not only because it's in a different language, but it's also like a whole different beat and song. Do you sort of see what I'm talking about? If you guys don't get it right now, I'll go ahead and play them back to back in a second, and you guys can really compare it there. But I'll go ahead and let this half of the commercial finish, and then I'll play them back to back. So, like I said, if you guys didn't quite pick up on the different music, because it actually is pretty significant once I play them back to back, I'll go ahead and play it even closer together so that you guys can really get a feel for like just how different it is. I believe like one of them's a cappella or something, and then the other one's just like the regular music that we are all used to. So yeah, that is the first commercial. Hopefully you guys did pick up on those slight subtle differences between the music. And then for the last commercial of today, I will crowns, and then the Blue King makes a bunch of big pushes and ends up coming back, so I'll let that keep playing. And as you can see, a lot of the troops are getting disappointed, and then the rage spell is going to come down, and they are going to finally take out a tower. And then with a couple seconds left in the battle, there's going to be a big Ram Rider push, and this is going to be the part that's sort of compared between the two commercials, which you guys will see in a sec. So the Ram Rider will be going in shortly. As you saw, the princess ended up taking out the Ram Rider with her arrows. And then let's go ahead and compare that to the brand new, I believe it's the Chinese commercial. Correct me if I'm wrong, it might be Japanese. I don't want to come off sounding racist here comparing all the languages, but I do believe it was Chinese just because that's what I remember downloading it off of, but I could be mistaken. And so as you can see, the main difference between these two commercials is that the Chinese commercial only chose to use half of the animation for some reason. The full commercial was only about 15 seconds long. And then what they do, which is really unique, is that they go a lot from the animation all the way to the in-game like mechanics, where you can see that apparently in the Chinese commercial, that's what ends up destroying the battle ram. And then you can see the regular animation on how that finishes. So it's a different take on the whole commercial thing, and you can see how it like varies in like the USA or Canada or Australia or any of that, how they compare to the advertising in China. So it's pretty unique. Actually, while I was digging, I did find a whole bunch of new like animations that I've never seen before anywhere before, and I'm really excited to show you guys. So if this video does get 1,500 likes, I will go ahead and post the second version of this series, where there's going to be a completely brand new animation, even better than like the different Royal Ghost one that I showed you guys in today's video. Completely brand new, really cool. I know you guys will love it, so make sure you drop a like on this video, and let's get to 1,500, and I'll release the second part to that. But anyways, that is pretty much going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Like I said like a million times already, make sure to drop a like. And also go ahead and check out a lot of my other story videos. I just finished the third part of the Wallbreaker story. So it explains the story of the Wallbreaker, the Bomber, and then also the Royal Ghost. I threw that in there as well. It's a bit of a remake to that story because I wanted to like make a new and improved one that made a bit more sense to me personally. So make sure you guys do check that out. I'll have them linked in the eyes. So if you click the top right of the screen right now or anytime throughout the video, you can go ahead and find one of those videos there. But that is going to be it for today's video. I will talk to you guys all later. Peace out.